I spent years perfecting the highlight reel, the corporate title, the put together mom act. I was a person that everyone leaned on because I was the girl that could fix everything. I'm Lauren Lizzie, and I am finally done pretending. Welcome to Just Can't Help Myself, a space for the overthinkers, the deep feelers, and everyone in between. Corey, my allergies are killing me today. My eyes are so itchy. My throat's so dry. You're probably gonna see me drinking a lot of water. Sorry. Pup needs water too. It's hot today. And I feel like that kind of says everything about where I'm at right now. But before anything, I want to ask you a question. How are you? Really, how are you? Not the I'm fine and not the version that you gave to your coworker or your neighbor, but the real one. So my answer to that question would be, it's not terrible, but it's not light either. It's kind of like this faint hum in the background that it's not loud, but it's just constant. Okay, so on my last episode, I said I'd probably talk about something else that makes me feel a little uncomfortable. And apparently I meant that, because this is going to make me feel uncomfortable, what we're going to talk about. I feel like I've always been the helper, the fixer, the one people come to. And I always thought that just meant I care a lot. But recently, something kind of shifted in me. And I realized that the empath in me, it almost can't handle watching someone struggle. I could just feel when someone's off. I just take on other people's energy. And when there's a problem, I feel like it's my job to fix it. And that's something that I am working on. So what I do is I jump in like immediately, trying to fix it. And if I'm being honest, I think sometimes I'm not just helping them. I'm trying to calm the uncomfortable feeling that I feel when someone's struggling. And then it kind of becomes this cycle. I step in, I get more involved, and then I end up overwhelmed again. And so I started asking myself, am I actually helping, or am I taking on responsibilities that were never mine to begin with? And I even thought, I wonder if stepping in too quickly is kind of sending a message that they can't handle it on their own. And maybe real empathy isn't always fixing, but just maybe being there and listening. So I think that while we may watch reality TV for the drama, of course, but I believe we also watch because we feel recognition, because they're doing some of the same things that we do, just on camera. And honestly, now doing this podcast, I get it a little bit more, just being vulnerable and putting yourself out there. It's not an easy thing. So I do have a lot of respect for them being able to do that on camera. But where I'm going with this, once I started noticing the patterns that I mentioned earlier, the fixer, the helper, I also started seeing the patterns in the way people show up on reality TV too. For example, Heather Gay from the Housewives of Salt Lake City, by the way, she's like one of my favorite. But I could see that she's one of my favorites, by the way. And she seems to also have the instinct to keep things together within the group and, step in to manage situations. I would say another example is Scheana Shay from Vanderpump Rules, the original Vanderpump Rules, which, by the way, I miss the original Vanderpump Rules. The new Vanderpump Rules, I just can't get into it. So I'm watching The Valley. The Valley's out right now. So good. You know what? I probably don't like Vanderpump Rules because I'm older now. And so, do you know what the Valley? I don't know if you know what the Valley is, but they're people from Vanderpump Rules and other people. And now they're like older with kids and stuff like that. So that's probably, yeah. So no hate on the new Vanderpump Rules. It's just not for me. Anyway, Scheana seems to feel the need to keep everyone happy, and attempt to smooth things over and stay in everyone's good graces, which is impossible, by the way. I mean, you're never going to be able to keep everyone happy, and not everyone's going to like you, It's I think she just likes to please everyone. I'm a people pleaser as well, so I can relate. But I can say that I heard from tidbits from her podcast that she's While she may be trying to just be a good friend, as a viewer, I can see she's taking on more than she needs to. And I respect that because I can relate. And I know it's not an easy pattern to break because I'm working on it myself. So if you're watching reality TV and you catch yourself relating to one or a few people on the show, please comment because I'd love to hear who and some reasons why. So this week, think of one person in your life, someone where you already know what advice you'd give them, and ask yourself, am I doing this for them or am I doing this for me? And if you can, just let it breathe for a second, because that feeling, that discomfort, that's actually where the work is. I don't really have a perfect conclusion to this. I'm still figuring this out in real time. It's not about caring less. It's just about understanding where it's coming from. When you have an understanding of where it's coming from, it's something you can work on. I'm Lauren Lizzie, and this is Just Can't Help Myself. Take care of yourself. And I mean actually take care of yourself. At least try to. And one more thing, I am always looking for guests to come chat with me on the podcast. If you're interested, please send a DM, and we'll go over the details. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.